Hey everybody, it's Brock and we got a brand new episode of All About. Hope y'all are all doing well out there. Hope everybody's staying safe. Today we have a very pretty wrasse coming up. This is the yellow Coris wrasse, or as other people like to call them, just the yellow wrasse, or even the yellow canary wrasse. Let's jump right into it. Prices on them, you'll spend about $30 on them. Tank size, normally whenever you get these, they're really small, like 1.5 inches. So I would say at least a 30 gallon, but by the time they do get bigger, they do get about 5 inches. So a 55 gallon would really suffice for them to get their full size. Care level is super easy. You should not have a problem taking care of these guys. Temper, they are very peaceful. The yellow Coris wrasse is a very peaceful fish. He does well in tanks with other peaceful fish, so make sure not to put him with a whole bunch of aggressive fish because he's not going to defend himself. Reef compatibility with caution. The only reason I say that is because they have been known to bite at feather dusters and cocoa worms, but other than that, all corals are great for them. They'll do fine around them. They won't mess with them. They actually protect them, which we'll get into. Temperature, you want to keep it about 72 to 78, DKH 8 to 12, pH 8.1 to 8.4, and your salinity 1.020 to 1.025. Max size they can get, like I said, they can get about 5 inches, which is a pretty large wrasse, and in a 30 gallon, that's just a little too small for him once he gets that big. Colors on them, of course, it's the really bright yellow, and whenever they're young, they actually have a lot of black dots going down their top fin. But as they get older, all the black dots will turn into one dominant black dot on their fin. So to tell if they're really young or getting a little bit older, you'll notice how they have less dots around their fins. It's really cool. It's also good to put them in a reef tank because a lot of times finding yellow corals can be very challenging. So having a yellow fish that's pretty easy to get is really nice to have in there swimming around, bringing some color to the tank. Diet, they are a carnivore. So any kind of meaty foods like brine shrimp or mysis shrimp, the frozen cubes, they'll love those. They also will run around and eat pests in your tank, which is something that is really good about getting these guys, is because they'll not only protect your corals, they'll also protect your fish. So a lot of corals can be attacked by things like flatworms or bristleworms, and these guys constantly look around the rocks and try to eat them and look for them and find them. They'll also eat pests off of fish. So you know how there's like the cleaner wrasse, they'll run around and that's like all they do is clean fish. Well, this fish is a good one to have in turn because cleaner wrasse can be a little challenging to keep alive. It's good to get a fish that'll eat other food too. So if you're having trouble with your fish getting attacked by pests, this might be a good guy to try to put in your tank and see if he'll go out and eat them. Origin, they used to come from the coral seas and the Solomon Islands, but most times nowadays you can get them tank bred. A lot of people tank raise these, and so you should not have a problem getting some that are tank bred. Also, since they are tank raised, they tend to be a lot hardier than the ones that used to come from the wild. Compatibility, just ask. These are a very peaceful wrasse, so you can actually house these with other wrasse if they're not so aggressive. There can be some wrasse out there like the Melanoris, they can get a little hyper and a little aggressive towards other wrasse in the tank, but with these, you can house them with other wrasse. We've put them together with like 6-line wrasse before, and they've done great together. And they can even be together with their own kind. A lot of times in the wild, you would find them in groups running around. Some main things to know about this fish, you need to have a glass lid on your tank. They are known for jumping, so make sure you have every spot on top covered up so you don't risk him jumping out of the tank. Another thing is you also want to have a pretty deep sand bed and a softer sand bed. At least 2 inches for him to dive down and get completely under the sand. They will do this whenever they go to sleep. They'll dive up under the sand. And if they're ever frightened, it is their instinct to dive under that sand and hide. So you don't want to have like crushed coral in there for them to run into and get all scratched up. Make sure you have a nice, aragonite is something we use a lot in the tanks that's real soft and it helps them get down and bury with ease. I think I've hit on pretty much everything you should need to know about taking care of this yellow Coris wrasse. Like I said, it's a meat eater. He's also good about cleaning pests off your corals and your fish, which is a big plus to have him. They're really easy to take care of. They're a beginner fish. They're not hard. Make sure you have your glass lids so he doesn't jump out. And then also make sure you have a soft sand bed for him to dive up under and hide if he ever needs to. Hope you all have a good day. Make sure to like and subscribe. You know the deal. Send me some comments down below. I love talking to y'all. And if you have any suggestions of fish you want to see in the future, please let me know and I'll get some footage of them. Hope you all have a good day. Stay safe out there and wash your hands. I'll see y'all later.